Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Melissa. I'm doing a Instagram pics my makeup today. So on my Instagram, if you're not following me, you totally should. So I did like, you guys choose what foundation, what concealer, what primer, and all of that fun stuff. So I have all the items that you guys chose. And we will see. There are two items, I believe, that were 50-50. So the setting spray was 50-50, and so was the eyeshadow palette. So I guess we'll just decide, or I'll decide which one I will use. But the rest of the things were significantly, you know, over the other item, chosen over the other item. So let's just get started. Okay, so I'm going to be looking a little bit over here just because I have my monitor on this side. So I'll kind of seeing if I'm like on focus. I'm using warm lighting today. I saw Amy Macedo do a video where she used warm lighting, and I was just like, she looks so bronzed, so golden, so fire. So I was like, I'm so used to cool light. So I'm like, I want to use warm light too. So let's just do this. Alrighty. If you guys could see how my setup is, we're making this work, okay? This is why I don't always film, or why I don't film a lot. I usually do a one day sit down and try to knock out a few videos, as you know, as many as I can, because this setup is like not the best, but I'm making it work. So the foundation that you guys chose, let me go through my pictures because I took pictures of what you guys chose. Okay, so for foundation, I put the Hourglass Vanish foundation and the Maybelline foundation, and you guys chose the Hourglass Vanish Seamless foundation. Now, personally, this is not my favorite. I really don't like it. The color match is beautiful, like it matches me really good, but it's too matte for me, and I have super dry skin. So actually, let me moisturize real quick using my Summer Fridays jet lag mask. Since I'm going to be wearing a matte foundation, I really need the most hydration my skin can possibly get. Okay, and for primer, I forgot to mention primer. For primer, it was between the Smashbox and the Olehenriksen, and obviously Olehenriksen won. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. I do love this. I tried to use it sparingly because I am almost out of it, if not completely out. Come on. You gotta have at least a pump in you left. Okay, so honestly, this is all I could get out. Like, I'm sorry, there's like, it's pretty empty. It should be in my empties actually right now. So the Sephora VIB sale is happening. Actually, today it starts for VIB Rouge. I'm not Rouge because I don't spend that much money at Sephora. I mean, last year I actually almost became, I was $154 away from becoming VIB Rouge. Oh my god, can you guys believe that? But I didn't spend that much, so I didn't become VIB Rouge. I'm just VIB regular, because there's Insider, Rouge, and I'm the one in the middle. I get the 15% off. I don't get 20 and I don't get 10. I get, so I get 15% off. So I will be repurchasing this one because I love it. So this is now in empties. It's a favorite. I love, do recommend. So let's do foundation. So I have the color Warm Ivory. It is really hard to color match online. I'm doing my best because I did order some stuff, and I'm trying to see how it's gonna come out because it looks like it might be pretty dark, but who knows. So okay, for foundation, we're gonna use the Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation from Hourglass. Like I said, it's not my favorite because it is very, very dry. I am in the shade Warm Ivory, so we'll see how, hopefully with the primer and the moisturizer, it helps it a little bit. I don't know, but you don't need a lot of this. This is really like full coverage. I used one pump right there. I'm just gonna need a little tiny bit for my forehead. Like, this is full coverage. If you're looking for a full coverage matte foundation, this is a really good one. Again, that's not my vibe, but it's a good time to get it right now because the sale is happening. So if you're looking for a new one. And I am using a beauty blender, or not a beauty blender, a Wet n Wild sponge. It's damp, so hopefully that helps a little bit more. Like I said, this is full coverage, not my ideal kind of coverage. I like a very light to medium. So that's why I only did a little bit of pumps, a little bit of all over the face, but so this foundation does dry down really fast, so I'm trying to work fast with it. So this is a kind that you need to work like in sections because, yeah, it dries fast. I feel like it's not really blended right here and it's bothering me. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more on the forehead and a little bit on the chin, and literally just the tiniest amount. Whatever's left. Like, I do have a little bit more redness and stuff. I don't look to cover that up. If I do want to, I will use a concealer. I don't like to put too much foundation on personally, because sometimes it can just look heavy or just not, you know, natural. I feel like it's just sitting right in between my forehead. Like, I feel like it's just sitting right here. And I don't like that. Like, I can see it just sitting right here. I don't know. I did declutter this foundation actually, so I am using it for today's video, but it is going to friends and family because it's just not for me. Okay, for concealer, it was between this one, which is the Kylie, and the e.l.f. Concealer. You guys chose Kylie 1. So this is another item that I did declutter because I just don't quite like it. Now, I don't know if I don't like it because just the shade is too pink, like it's too on the pink undertone, and I never like pink undertones for my face. Like, it's just not something that I like. I like warm or yellow. I'd prefer to look like an Oompa Loompa than pink. I don't know. That's just me, I guess. So, I did declutter this one, but I'm using it for today. So yeah, I don't know if it's just the color that throws me off or I just don't care for it. I don't feel like it does something amazing. So maybe that's why I just don't care for it. So there that is. I don't know. I mean, it's looking okay. It's looking good. I just don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I have other concealers that are way better than that one. Some of them are actually very affordable. I feel like the e.l.f. concealer is way better. The Colourpop Pretty Fresh concealer is way better. If we're talking high-end, I feel like the Fenty and my MAC are extremely better than this one. So, I mean, not my fave. So then I did a pull for, what did we do? The cream contour, right? Which was between Fenty or KKW Beauty and the KKW Beauty one. So I love this one personally. It's like my favorite. So I'm going to use, I use this shade medium, light medium, and the contour. So I got the kit technically, so it comes with the highlight, but I personally hardly use the highlight one. It's just, I don't know. I don't really use it. So I go in with the deeper shade as well. I actually do want to do a video where I do basically like her, like where I recreate her video where she does use this, and I feel like she uses it all over as a full foundation type of situation. So I kind of do want to do that video. We'll see. So for that, I have to have my stippling brush that I love so much. This is the Eco Tools one, and this one just blends in so beautifully. I find like I never have a hard time blending it. I don't put a lot of pressure either when I'm blending it. So we'll see. I think I might want to go a little bit more bronzy though. Like, I feel like I want super bronzy look today. I'm basically getting ready to remove this later and go work out. So life, right? Now, do we want to be skinny here? Yes, we do. So we do the jawline because we want a jaw, right? I know I do. And we don't want this double chin happening. Like that. Now for my nose, I do use a different brush just because it's so small for the nose, and it just gets right in there. And I do like to drag it up onto where the eyebrow is. Just makes it look more natural. Okay, so there's the cream contour bronzer. So now for bronzer powder bronzer, it was between the Physicians Formula or the Marc Jacobs, and the Marc Jacobs was the one that won this huge one right here. Is big. I'm never running out of this. I really do like it. I just don't find myself using it so often because it's just so big that I'm like, and plus I have drugstore ones that are so much better. So for this, I'm using my Morphe M406 brush, and something is giving me like a little rash right here. It feels hot. Don't tell me this foundation is just not gonna, oof. Yeah, or something bit me. I don't know, but right here it's like red. It's turning red, and it's like a little bump right there. Something's not going good. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's just bronze the crap out of her face. I'm basically setting everywhere where I did do that cream stick. Yeah, like, is it the foundation? Because I'm like getting really red right here. I mean, you guys can't tell on camera really well, but I'm looking at myself and I feel hot. Like, it's starting to feel like a little warm right here. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's a foundation, or is it the primer that's just like, since I grabbed like the end of it. It's just no good. I know it's not my moisturizer because I just used this last night and it was fine. So, is it the foundation? I don't know now. I'm like scared. Okay, well, we'll just keep moving on. So for highlight, it was between the LA Colors and the Revlon. Personally, LA Colors is my favorite one. I love it so much. But you guys voted on the Revlon. This is the Skin Lights. It's really pretty. It's just, I don't really reach too much for it, but I do prefer the LA Color one. And it's like $5. So I'm just going to apply this. Favorite brush to apply highlight is this Sonia Kashuk one. You guys can get this at Target. And I like to bring my highlight up into my temples, into my forehead. I don't know, I think honestly that foundation is just throwing me off. Like, it just doesn't sit well with my skin, I think. It's just not, it's not meant for me. It's not meant for me. So yeah, the highlight is really pretty. I really like it. It's just not my go-to highlight, but it is a really pretty highlight. For contouring, because we want to chisel up the cheekbones a little bit more, you know, because we still haven't lost weight. Or yeah, we're maintaining. That's all that matters, right? So you guys chose the Charlotte Tilbury. It was this or the Alamar Cosmetics, which I bought and I'm like obsessed with. Like, it is really, really good. But you guys chose the Charlotte Tilbury one right here. This one is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow Space Sculpt and Highlight. So I'm basically going to use the sculpting shade, which is like a contouring shade. And I'm using a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07. And I'm just going to really deepen the cheekbones just back here. Just a tiny bit, just to look a little bit more skinny, like we got cheekbones. I mean, I don't have that, like, they're not that bad, but I do have a round face. If you look at me, I have a very round face, so we do need to sculpt our face, you know. And I'll take whatever's left on the nose. Okay, so for eyebrows, I already have them on, really, but I'll go in a little bit with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It was this or the Colourpop brow pencil. So you guys chose the Anastasia, which this is an old favorite, but I found other very affordable brow pencils that are super comparable to this. So I don't reach for this often, but we're just gonna fill it in just a little bit. I don't like a full brow, personally. This is in the shade Ebony, yes, which is like a black. And then to carve them out, I used the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard. Really love that to sculpt my eyebrows. I did do a brow lamination at home today, so I did film it for you guys, so that video will be up soon, if not before this video. So okay, so moving on to the eyes. Honestly, it was a 50-50 on the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette or the Friendcation, which is from Dose of Colors, which is the collab with Desi and Katie. Now, I love them both. They are both such a beautiful palette. This one's a little bit more colorful in a way, but really beautiful colors. I personally don't know which one I'm going to use. I feel like just doing something soft, so I think I'm going to go in with the Friendcation palette for today. Now, I'm honestly going to keep the eyes super simple, not do too much. So I'm going to use my concealer, the NARS concealer, and I'm going to use a Morphe M173 brush to apply that to the eyelids, just to have a base down. And I really love this brush for this purpose. I just really like it for concealers. So just like that. Now I'm going to take this first shade right here. If the camera focuses, this first shade right here, it's a really nice like bone color. So I'm going to be taking that and I'm just going to apply it to the lid and onto the crease. It's going to give a little bit of color because it's obviously a little bit darker than that concealer that we placed. It's just a little bit of color. It's just going to be easier to transition with the other colors that we're going to add. I really love this palette so much that I actually purchased a second one, and but I gifted it to my mom for Christmas because it's a really pretty palette and I really love the colors. So I thought she would enjoy it, even though she never wears eyeshadow. But it's the thought that counts. She does like makeup, she just doesn't have time to practice. Okay, so I'm going to take this shade right here and I am going to apply that as well to the lid and the crease a little bit. And I'm taking another Morphe M535 brush. We're just slowly adding deeper colors little by little. And then same brush, I think I'm going to grab this shade right here. It's a really nice warm brown. I'm going to take a little bit of that, really tap it out, and then apply it. See, that one's really pigmented, really intense. It's a really pretty color. I love browns. I have so many brown eyeshadow palettes. But I still keep buying more because they're all different, okay? They're all different. Just like people with like nude lipsticks, like they're all different nudes. They're all different browns, okay? For eyeshadows, they're all different browns. Okay, so something like that, just really to warm it up. I'm gonna go back with that second shade we used and I'm just going to blend out to the outer edges a little bit more. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this shade right here and I'm going to take it with my finger. That shade is Just a Kiss and it is just the most pretty sparkly shade. I love it. It's like a good topper but also a good all over shade. So I'm actually going to diffuse it up to that crease. So it's not just on the lid, it's like being diffused onto my crease. So it's going up. Just like that. I feel like that's really pretty. So for underneath the lower lash line, I'm going to take basically the same colors and I'm just going to apply those underneath my lower lash line, just to define it a little bit. Like that. And then we're going to go back in with our highlight that we used. And I'm going to apply that to the inner corner. Just like so. You can even put some on the arch of the brow if you want. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow. So moving on to mascara, it was between the L'Oreal Voluminous waterproof mascara or the Colourpop one. You guys chose the Colourpop mascara. Now in this one I only have the color Brownie Points, which is a nice brown shade. So I think it's gonna look good because of the browns that we have on the eyes. So I'm just going to curl my lashes a little bit because I have straight lashes. And I'm just using a Tarte eyelash curler. I love this eyelash curler. They come out with a different design on the bottom. year after year, but I just love it so much. It really curls my lashes really well. Some of the little pearls were falling off on mine. Oh, that lash color had something on it. Okay, so for the mascara, I really do love this mascara. I really do enjoy it. It is one of my favorites at the moment, and I love that it's brown because it doesn't look so harsh like on days where you don't have much makeup. Now, I don't have great lashes, okay? So don't expect this to be like an extreme lash moment. It just isn't, because I don't have good lashes, guys, okay? There, I did a little bit on the bottom lashes. My bottom lashes are long. It hits my under part. And then, so for setting spray, it was again a 50-50 of the Morphe Luminous Setting Mist and the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray, or Setting Mist as well. So I personally love the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I love it. I love how it smells. I love how the finish that it gives me. This one right here, I just can't get over the smell of it. It's too strong of coconuts, and I hate the scent of coconuts. And then on top of that, it's not that great. It's not that hydrating at all. So I'm just like, it's there, you know? So I think I'm gonna choose the Morphe Luminous one. I just really like it better. For the lips, so I didn't do a pull for that. I totally forgot. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm just gonna quickly put on a color and that'll be it. So I think I'm gonna do the Wet n Wild lip color in Bare It All. And on top of it, I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors. This is the Over the Top gloss in collaboration with Katie and Desi. I'm not gonna bother to line my lips, so whatever, right? But I could have at least put a lip balm, huh? It's a really nice nude. Like, this is a really good nude for my skin tone. Like, I like it. But on top, we're gonna do a little gloss. Usually when my hair is down, I don't like putting glosses because it's just a no good situation for me. So there it is. There is the final. I have mascara underneath my eyelash, or underneath my eyes, right here. So, okay, so that is the finished look using the products that were picked from my Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My face feels super dry right now. This foundation, I'm telling you, is just too matte for me. It's just way too matte. But yeah, and then I feel like my under eye could be a little bit better because this concealer is just not doing it for me. And that I didn't set it. Like, this is not set and it feels so matte. So, and I even sprayed it with a luminous spray. So that's just not, I don't think this is my kind of combination right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me so you guys can get a little glimpse of my life. Basically, I do share a lot about my dog and about what I'm doing. Sometimes I do declutters on there because it's just a little bit quicker and easier. So you guys should definitely follow me there. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. and please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.